think we're live.
Hey guys, it's Destiny.
It's Shanti.
It's Tasha.
And Wen. And welcome to another episode of
The.Real.Momcast. Real talk, real life, real moms.
Today's episode, we'll be talking about dealing with mom guilt while raising our children.
Mm-hmm. This is a good one. I remember, my kids are older, but I remember times of like crying, and I know we talked about like on the first podcast that I didn't show up enough, but she didn't realize that those times that I didn't show up, I may not have said anything to her. I've learned that I'm not the greatest communicator. I'm working on that. That's something I'm working on. So I may not have said those things to her, but the guilt that I felt for not being there, the guilt that I felt for not being able to show up to certain events or not having the money for certain things that not able to take the time off from work. The list goes on. Anybody want to chime in?
I think that, like as a kid, yes, I just wanted her to show up and be there for these events. But now that as an adult, I understand that she had to work. It's something that, like, I have to work. I don't like sending my son to daycare every day, but if he doesn't go to daycare, then we would just be looking at each other.
Brokey.
Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted her to show up, and I try to show up as like he's only 2, or he'll be 3 soon, but it's something that I want to do better as a parent. But I also understand now that she had to be mom and dad. She had to work. That's something that I also feel like I have mom guilt about. Also, not only just that, but like, what did I say?
Mom guilt about not being able to show up to everything that he has going on. Thank you, Lisa. About not being able to show up with everything what Kaden has going on at the daycare and things like that, because you have to drop him off and you're not able to be there, and he calls him off, and it's a list of things.
Oh yes, and then me and Destiny were talking earlier. I also have mom guilt about the father I gave him. Like, that's something I literally I cry about often. Like, how it's just unfair for him to have the dad that he has. He deserves so much better, and I just feel like that's my fault. What is going? I don't like this thing over here. This angle is
you're fine now.
Yeah, I kind of need you to fix it too well.
No, y'all are fine.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Hey,
So yeah.
Hey, so divine.
I can agree with both of them. The mom guilt about, like, just being at work. It's a little different for me. I don't have my son full time like she did or she does, but like on the days I have him being at work all day, and even just the little things, like even if we're at the house and I'm off, and I'm just not feeling it, I feel the mom guilt of not being present enough for him while we're in the house, and not wanting to always play with him and go outside with him and do all these things that he wants to do all day.
Go play.
And I feel it then.
Go get the ball.
When I'm just taking time for myself, like,
you like them.
Even like going to what I talked about last week, like different appointments, getting my hair done or getting my nails done and stuff like that, and having to leave him with my mom or my sister. I know it's okay, but I still feel guilty about it, especially when he's screaming, crying at the top of his lungs when I drop him off.
Not with me, because he loved me. But yeah, maybe his grandma. I don't know.
Anyway.
But I definitely feel it a lot all the time. I feel like I am just not good enough. But at the same time, I know that I am, and I know that I'm the best that I can be. And I know that he loves me 100%, and that's not going to change.
And God gave him to you as your child because he's yours to raise. That's what I've had to understand.
Or even the mom guilt. I feel like of not having a career and I have a child. Like that's something that I don't have. I'm not at a point financially where I can give my son everything that he deserves. Everything that we go in the store and he wants this. I want to be at a point where I can do that for him. And that's something that I feel guilty about as well.
That's something I deal with a lot in my situation. Like I have 4 girls a while ago at a point where I was a lot younger and my ex-husband and I were together and we kind of were selfish where we just honestly just kind of, still we're trying to be us and not really completely transform our lives. And once we transformed our lives, that means that the girls are our priority. And so when I don't come through, that mom guilt is a lot. And I know I've talked to Tashi a little bit about it lately, but it's hard because kind of a catch-22 as a single parent, you have to work. There's no choice. However, your kids always suffer when you have to work as a single parent because you're at work trying to make the money to provide for them. And they don't understand because you're that only parent there. So why aren't you here? Why aren't you here every day just chilling? So it's kind of been a balance for me where I've been trying to figure out how I can make it all work. And the mom guilt I have is, I didn't set it up correctly from the beginning. I had kids way before I was ready and I wouldn't change it. But now I'm kind of reaping those consequences of what I the way that I ended up going. And so that's my mom guilt daily, is that I have 4 daughters that I have not been able to truly, like you said, like provide for them what I feel they deserve and need. And so that mom guilt will turn into mom strength. But right now it's mom guilt. Trying to just do better for them because they deserve better.
What about the mom the mom life balance, not work balance, life balance, where you're trying to kind of have a life, go out if you're young, be able to date if you're single, and you still have the kids at home. That guilt of having to come home because you're working a lot already because you're a single parent. So it's giving that you're already working. And then on your days off, or even when you get off of work, you're like, oh, I'm about to go hang out with so-and-so. In a kid's mind, they don't understand, oh, I'm about to go hang out with so-and-so. They're feeling as if like abandoned, like, damn, you just was at work. Now you ready to go, blah, 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 blah. Not knowing that, hey, or not realizing that, hey, I haven't had a break or time to myself or time to hang out, time to turn up or whatever the case may be in months, so, or weeks or whatever your limit may be. So with that being said, you decide tonight's the night. That's a guilt that because your kids are looking at you. Your kids are looking at you like,
okay. Mila, come here.
Your kids are looking at you like you're the worst parent ever, when in all reality you are just trying to have a life outside of them too, because that's important. That's very important.
You're trying to almost remember who you were before, and it's not that you're not a mom, but trying to remember who you were, just having you time. Because even me, I don't have any. I told Melrose yesterday, I don't have any time to just sit at home and even breathe sometimes, because I do have one of my kids with me at all times, and it's not a problem. I made sure to reiterate to her, my house is her house. I will never tell my daughter she can't stay here, especially as a child. But that means I don't get any time to just breathe by myself and just not think about caring for another child. But it's worth it. It's honestly worth it. So the mom guilt, I guess we kind of learn to get over, I guess.
Not get over, just kind of like navigate, adapt.
I guess so.
You know,
It's just like any other feeling, right? Like it's okay to feel it, but then let it keep moving down the river. Like you feel the mom guilt, but if you know that you're truly a good mom and you're doing your best,
You
then
have
we
to
just
ignore
gotta
those thoughts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
let
I
them
agree
flow
with
down
that
the
too.
river.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. A kid is never gonna get it until they get it. You're never gonna get it until you're in that parent's shoes and you can actually see from their eyes.
Right.
And then you'll start to realize, oh, that's why mom, or that's why dad, or that's why grandma, or whatever, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
And
As a kid, I thought my dad was the shit, but as an adult, I used to hate when my mom used to talk about my dad at all. Do not talk about my dad. But now we all talk about it.
Well, because as you got older, you started to see different sides. You know, you started to see different.
and that's funny.
But yeah, and that's a good thing, though.
No.
It's fine. Then just get it. What? Oh yeah, I got you. I got it.
Slow. Slow. And
Oh crap.
What are y'all elaborate some more. It was your tapping.
Wait, you want to elaborate more?
Yeah, no, she's so funny. She's over here talking about, it was her topic. It was Shanti's topic to talk about. Shanti and Destiny, I'm sorry. To talk about mom guilt. And now they acting like they don't have nothing to say.
No, I just feel like we really.
I feel like everybody hit on what we all needed to say.
Y'all don't feel guilty for being in the club?
Not while I'm in the club.
Me
Right.
man, it's
Yes.
it's going
But
down. Oh
yes.
yeah, no, not while I'm there. Before and after. Before and after.
Yeah.
Because
I usually go to the
usually
club
I
when
feel
he's
like
with his dad,
I
which is
feel
not
like
very often.
I feel like I don't even know what after. So then I can't deal with y'all. And then y'all are wanting breakfast and lunch and dinner, and I'm looking at y'all like, oh my God, get on my face. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. So, you know, very guilty on that end.
Okay.
I mean, yes, the times I do go out when I have him, because as y'all know, I have a pretty good schedule. I only have my son every other weekend. So it's easy for me to make plans and do this and do that. But when I do have him and something comes up, I mean, I still feel the same way, regardless of if I have him full time or if I have him 50-50. And I feel like it's even worse because I only have him 50% of the time. That I should be spending this time with him solely 100%. But sometimes that doesn't always work out.
Right. The only thing I feel like I would feel bad about was like maybe the judgment that I get.
Who judges you?
Like if I'm posting like on my Instagram and then people are like, I'm assuming. Don't you? Does she?
But you're
have a kid?
assuming.
Yeah, I'm only assuming, but I know people. So
And that's when you mess with them and be like, yeah, I got a kid at home. He's okay. He's alone for a few hours. 2 years old is a great age to be alone, okay? And then put a little
And then they gonna be
sarcastic
calling-
No,
and crunchy.
no,
Yeah.
but that's literally I don't
Yeah,
do
you're
that.
right.
I literally always have my kid.
Yes.
I don't ever get a break. So when I do, most of the time when I go out, he's with his dad. If I go out and he's with his grandma, I still don't feel bad. It is my only time alone.
I feel you.
I don't get a break.
Yeah.
So the only thing I feel
Yeah,
like
well, like I said, it's different.
I don't
It's
like
different
would be
for
the
you.
judgment.
There's no judgment. The judgment is all in your
Not
head,
from us.
and that's what you care.
And
You
it's what
care what
you
other
allow.
people think. Yeah.
And it's what you allow.
Anyway,
You know what's the crazy? One of the quotes I heard a long time ago is, "What other people think of you is none of your business." And at
It's
first
not.
I'm like, "How is that not my business? It's what they think of me."
no.
No, because that's their own opinion.
Yeah.
You could think I'm the meanest, the dumbest, the craziest person in the world, and then you really get to know me, and you're like, "Oh wait, no." There's times she could be mean. There's times she could be dumb.
Yeah.
There's times, but when you don't know somebody and you have that opinion of me, it really isn't my business.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
That's you. That's your feeling.
Yeah, I feel like that's something I'm still trying to work on. Like, not caring what other people think about me, or the things I do, or the things I say. I feel like that's a big factor in my shyness and why I don't.
I feel like that's a big factor in my anxiety.
Yeah, and
I
that
hate
too.
going
So it
to the
comes out for you in
store
anxiety,
because
it
I'm
comes
just
out for you
like
in shyness.
everyone's staring at me with hard.
I mean, that too. I feel like anxiety and shyness go hand in hand. Because
Yeah.
what am I shy for?
I am a very anxious person, especially when it's just me and Kaden. Like I hate just going to the store with me and him.
Really?
I hate going. Yeah, no.
Why?
Why?
What makes you anxious?
Well, one, I look like a child with a child. He
And
likes
you're-
to
rock that.
He likes
you're
to
not a
do
child.
crazy crap,
Well,
and
yeah.
that's just embarrassing.
But really, it's the opposite for me. If I'm alone, I'm the most anxious. If I'm with Eli, like even just with Eli and going to a store, I feel fine.
Yeah.
If it's with anybody, Eli, Kaden, you, Mom. But if I'm by myself anywhere, I don't.
I need an
like to do
adult.
that.
Oh my God, you are an adult.
I need an adult present.
You
For me
chose
not
to
to
become
be
an
agent.
adult.
I said agent. Agents. What the heck?
No, it is a weird feeling because even me at this age, I've gotten a little bit of social anxiety. Where if I go somewhere by myself, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to go out in big crowds by myself.
Yeah.
But if I have one of my kids, at least, it's kind of like almost like a buddy system where it's just like, I don't know, it's interesting.
I respect your honesty, ladies. I understand you need a break. My thing is, long as you are in their life, that's very important to the kids.
Yes.
I can't see. I need glasses, y'all. I swear to God, I need glasses. I need to make an eye appointment, and I just have not.
You had one.
I need to make an eye appointment. I cannot see.
They
I'm
sound
so
like they're
sorry.
playing basketball.
I need
but
some
everyone's
glasses.
so. But no, that's I don't know. That's real. It is real talk when you really feel that mom guilt and feel like you're being the best mom, but now I'm guilty. Now I'm guilty because I'm not being the best mom. It's a weird transition. Honestly. But you know what? I will say, just real quick on that also subject, mom guilt also comes a lot from society. Real talk.
Yeah.
All these
Judgment.
groups, like I'm
But
gonna be
you know
honest,
what?
I won't name any groups specifically, but there's a lot of mom groups
She
on
won't name them.
Facebook
But that's the whole thing, though. Like,
that come for people.
You
And they got no idea.
Going down.
Facebook groups are wild.
you
Wild.
got, but it's what you pay attention to on social media. So
And
it
I
has,
don't. But see, working where we work, right? There's a specific
Facebook
mom group that we all talk about. And within this mom group on Facebook, because we work in an area where it's a little bit not as a big congested city as maybe say
Yeah.
Raleigh, right? That mom group, people talk about, not us, but guests,
They never.
clients. They
No,
talk
they're off
about
the
this
chain.
mom group like it's
they're
a,
off the train.
like it's a real thing, like they can
No,
approve.
it is.
You know what I mean?
No, it
and
is.
then
Or
then it-
disapprove.
Yes.
They can.
And so it's really interesting how like a lot of that mom guilt comes from other moms. What? That's a whole nother.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah.
But that's the crazy part, and that's where it goes further
Because
into the
people
whole
start
women not
judging
supporting
you.
women.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Exactly what she was saying when she
Mhm.
posted on Insta. She feels like she might be getting judged, even though she's not sure she's getting judged. She just feels like if she posts 2 weekends in a row and everybody's like, "Don't you have a son?"
Right. Yep.
You
But
know,
I was with that son all week.
And honestly, all day until he fell asleep and I went out.
And to be honest, though, that's really what we have to remember is these lovely followers that continue to follow us. They know, and anybody else that doesn't understand, then that's not the people we're trying to truly reach
I
out
feel
to.
like-
Because
I feel like though you said it comes from like moms. I feel like it also comes from people who aren't even moms, and that's what really
Yes.
irritates me the most because Do you have a
don't even
kid?
know.
Do
Yeah.
you? How do you know? How are you trying to help me raise something you don't have? Don't do that.
It comes from men too.
Yes.
Yeah. And where's
Yes.
your kid? Being raised by his mom? Because don't.
It comes from men too.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yes.
It does.
Yep.
They have a lot to say about it.
And that's really interesting. That's really, really interesting because I get it. Men can have their input in a sense. But when you, because I've heard lately a lot of, some of our clients have come in and they've just shared that they, can't wait to never talk to their, to their baby mama again because their kids
Oh, you
are
heard
just
my client.
graduating.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait either.
And and I get it though, right? Like I get that. But some of the things that us as moms, honestly, and I'm not saying there are some whack mothers that
Yeah.
truly shouldn't even be a mother. And I will absolutely say that. However, it's hard because as a mother, you get more backlash from other moms, men, society, and your kids.
What are they
That's my
doing?
And sometimes your own family
Yes. Oof. Your own family, especially.
and your child's other half of the family
Mm.
judging you or telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing with your child.
Yes.
As if their child just came out perfect.
Or as if, and that's the
I
hard
didn't have perfect children. Damn.
What I was talking about.
No, but that is the hard part. I deal with a lot of lack of communication on my child's father's side. So a lot of the things that goes on with him, his family don't know. And they assume that it's, a lot of times they will. They will assume it's me
Yeah.
talking. And I'm at the point now I can honestly say, yeah, when we first got divorced 3 years ago, absolutely. I wasn't very careful as to what I said and I was angry. Now I'm good. I truly don't bash him. I don't say anything. I try to help as much as I can. But a lot of times kids see that on their own and it turns into mom
They
guilt.
eventually see it.
They
Like,
do.
you don't have to
They
worry
do.
about that. They eventually
But for some
see it.
reason, there's always sort of a little mom guilt that we feel because the other side's like, well,
Or the other side's not there.
or they're not there. Or they're not
Yeah,
there.
that was
Yes.
another guilty. Whereas my youngest daughter's grandmother, shout out to her, was always involved, and she was involved with them too. But at the end of the day, those aren't her grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying? It was a different kind of involvement. Let's keep it real. And
And treatment.
and so even with their actual grandmother not showing up, you understand what I'm saying? Like their actual grandparents not showing up and being there for them, and them having to come in to watch Diamond's family just like show up to everything, even though they will be there for them, but
it was just a little bit different.
Yeah.
It was a little bit different. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's really wild. And even as kids, I think we feel the mom guilt that our moms had at one point too. And that kind of like plays on us once we have kids. Like, dang, that's why mom felt bad for doing this, and now I feel bad. And it's like keeping them from
not even, because a lot of the times I feel like you don't even know that your mom felt bad for those things if she's not open about that. But you see it once you become a parent.
Yeah,
This
but
is why she
sometimes
did those things.
Sometimes you did see it even as a child, and you just, and I never spoke on it, but sometimes I did see it like, damn, that's why it had to be this way, or that's why she couldn't do this or that. And I mean, like I said, I never said anything, but I felt bad about the situation, and I understood. But at the end of the day, I'm still a child, and I still wanted her to do what I wanted to do or be where I was.
to nurture that child.
Yeah.
Right.
I totally understand that.
Yep. I feel that.
Totally understand that. It's okay, Mel Brew.
Read the last one though, Mom. Did you feel that moving us from Jacksonville to Raleigh?
Oh, definitely. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
So
talking about,
little
that.
story time, little quick story time. We moved from Jacksonville to the Nightdale, which is in the Raleigh area. As soon as she turned 12. That was like my goal. My goal for my whole life. I couldn't wait. Like, oh, as soon as she turned 12, I talked about it forever. We're leaving. So I did exactly what I said because I manifested it, and that's who I am. And once we got up here, they were miserable. Like, they were used to my mother keeping them every day, and just being there to pick them up, and this and this and that. Okay, I think it was my mom a lot.
My
though.
grandma.
Yeah, it was my mom a lot. It was my mom a lot. So they were so used to a certain, like, somebody being there, and I made, like, when we came up here, everybody had to be independent. It was us against the world. So we had to come together, and everybody had a job, and that's just what it is. You come in with the key, and then you go get your sister from the bus, and blah blah da, da, da. I gotta work. Like, this is what it is. And
the ghetto, because what?
It was not the ghetto.
My grandma
I never
house,
and I
cooked,
and
my
listen,
grandma used to pick me up at the
I
bus stop.
purposefully did
At
not
school. I never even
move
rode a
them
bus.
to
I never rode a
any
bus.
ghetto
After school, I
in
used to
their
look forward to
life.
looking in the microwave and see what she cooked for dinner.
No, she used to bring it in the car. She
I
used to have it
cooked every day and left it in the crock pot.
No,
She
no,
did.
Don't do that.
No.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
But cooking,
It wasn't.
Anyway,
but you
I don't
can't
care.
food like that is not the ghetto. I'll tell you that. Like, I
No,
had
no,
my
no,
kids
no.
living off of
Let-
South Saunders and Carolina
Hold up.
Pines. Like,
Hold up. They was in an HOA
yeah.
in a 6-bedroom, 7-bedroom, 5-bedroom house. Like, don't listen
There
to
ain't
these
no
girls.
lookouts anywhere.
No,
Like,
I'm saying the ghetto was me being independent when I had my grandma.
So anyway, one day we
A week ago.
were at dinner, and I probably, like, we'll say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months in or whatever. We was at dinner at Chili's. I'll never forget it. And they just they were crying so hard, and they got me to crying in Chili's, and now we all crying at the table because they just want to go back home, and they miss their grandma and this and that, and why did we move here? So fast forward, I'm like, all right, we got to at least stay the lease is up. Like, I hear you, but I can't really do nothing. So fast forward, the lease about to come up. I'm finding places in Jacksonville. I'm about to take them back home. Like, this is what you want to do. We'll go back home. It's cool. I'm, like, literally looking for places in Jacksonville, like visiting them. Like, oh, let me go see this house. Let me go see that house. Talk to them about it. What? No, we love it here. We don't want to go back home.
I in fact went.
No, everybody, like, turned on me. Like, what?
come on, y'all. Sister Rose.
At the last minute, I had to sign a new lease for where we were living at because they were like, they turned on me just like that. They were very unhappy about being there, and I felt very guilty, and I was about to take them back home. And then all of a sudden,
Did you want to move back?
No, but I was doing that for y'all. I did everything for y'all.
Isn't that crazy?
But you don't realize that.
No.
Oh, Melrose, whose bat is that?
That's a great question.
Oh, it's just.
You found it by, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but he will whack the table.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I think that was the one that the boys had earlier. Caitlin took away. Just put it right outside our door.
I mean, he can play with it, but back
Play
there.
with it
yeah.
just to make sure you don't hit him.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Yeah, you can let them play with it. It's fine.
with the ball.
Oh, they're playing with the ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a little story time about us moving up here and the mom guilt that I had, and I was about to literally do everything differently and go back home and save the day, and they turned on me on the last minute, but it all worked itself out. I'm glad we never moved back. I'm pretty sure they're glad we never moved back.
I have some.
Very
Some
much
guilt.
so. I don't.
She doesn't.
If I would have moved back, then I would have been with my grandma every day. She would be here today. So
Lord Jesus, don't start.
Exactly.
Please don't. Everything, trust me, it's inevitable. Exactly. Her day, she had a day, and that was it. That was it, boo boo. That was supposed to happen.
Did you decode that though? Did you decode that? I need to hear it.
No, I did not, and I don't want to talk about it over here because I want to do I'm gonna do a TikTok story time about something that happened, you guys. I mean, it was.
Diamond,
really,
are you
really
in
cool.
here? Leave a comment.
If
Diamond.
you don't follow my TikTok, y'all need to go and follow my TikTok. I got a story
I'm
time
sorry.
about basically I feel as if my mother called me on the phone
You
7
said you wanted to
times
talk
and
about
left
it.
3 voicemails. But I don't want to go in too much into detail about it because I want to have a TikTok story time. It was really, really crazy. Like, but like I said,
Oh my goodness.
I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll
Over
probably do
and
the
over.
TikTok story time tomorrow, so then y'all can hear about her calling me. It was wild. I couldn't even believe it. And then I talked to a medium about it, and she kind of confirmed that it could
Do you guys
possibly
wanna
be my
stay?
mother. So I'm excited. I got 7 phone calls from her. For those of you who, believe in those types of things, I definitely do.
Bruh. Since we got like more time, is there anything else y'all want to talk about?
Yeah, y'all, let's hear it. Like, what do we want to talk
Oh,
about?
I was asking y'all.
Oh, my mom
Everyone
guilt. Man, I could go
sometimes
on.
without the guidance.
I mean, like
There's a lot
it doesn't
of
have to be that, like a different topic.
Like, even just honestly, mom.
Yeah, she loves her grandma. She loves her grandma Melbrew. She loves her freaking grandma, man. I love my grandma, but she
I love
loved
my
her
grandma,
grandma.
but she loved her grandma. down.
She loved her grandma. She loved that lady. She loved that lady.
I love my grandma, of course. I was the firstborn grandchild.
What is wrong with y'all?
She loved that lady.
That was
man.
my
It's
grandma,
ridiculous.
for real.
It's
But-
ridiculous.
It is not ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, man.
That's funny.
And she act like I'm not her mama. Sometimes I'm kind of jealous. And the lady gone. Like, damn. She gone. Can I get a little love? I'm here. I'm your mama. I'm in the flesh. Can you touch me? I'm right here. Touch me. I'm right here. Lord Jesus.
That's funny. So is everyone doing? So y'all are doing? Are you doing any podcasts on your own too? Like, is anyone doing any solo podcasts? I'm
gonna do the
I'm
story
starting
time
one.
tomorrow. I started back on my journey. I have fell off. For those of you who used to follow my alkaline journey, I have fell off literally on all of that. Just life, allowing life to life, and allowing myself to kind of just be free and in love and all those extra silly things. But I'm bringing it back.
Not silly.
Yeah, silly. So I actually for the past 2 weeks have been on my complete regimen back to getting myself not completely alkaline, but definitely vegan and alkaline. I'm doing both. I'm doing both. So I have. What are you talking about?
Talking about
Your
you.
mama shot. Oh no, they're talking on their own. Okay.
Oh, okay. I
I
didn't know.
thought
Anyway.
she was giving you that look.
So I'll probably start going live with maybe some. I made a today, literally earlier today, I bought a little deep fryer, and I made a oyster mushroom po' boy, and that thing was bomb.
Whoa.
That thing was so
Okay.
freaking good. I should have went live
So-
and made that for y'all.
Right.
You know I know.
Our TikTok is The.Real.Momcast. Please, everyone, go follow that. When we get 1,000 followers up there, we're gonna do a giveaway. It's at the.real.momcast. I left it in the YouTube thing, and it's I think our topic for TikTok.
At the dot,
At the.real.momcast. The Real Momcast, spaces in between each word.
What a dot.
We don't know what we're giving away, but something.
Something.
No, I ain't been on no pig feet and chillings. Oh, no. If anything, I definitely some crab legs. I ain't about to hold you some tacos. I love me some good tacos. I have. Yeah, I have some what we like to eat, chicken parm. No, chicken crusted Parmesan chicken or something like that. Me and
Okay.
Wendy would go grab sometimes.
Yum.
Yeah, I fell off. So
Yum.
that's just from me to you. But I literally am getting back, and I've already seen the results, and I'm excited. I still was teeter-totter, and it wasn't like I was only eating crab legs and stuff like that, but I definitely was eating a lot of it. So, but pig feet and chillings, you took it too far on that one, boo boo. No.
Oh, 3 roses. 7 minutes. 7 roses, friends.
All right, you guys. I don't know. Maybe we'll cut this one short today. We're back next week and the week after. So the week after my youngest daughter graduates from high school, June the 10th. Shout out to Diamond Berry, Miss
Woo!
Berry. And yes. That's what we did. Yes.
We just became the
Yes, DJ.
Graduating.
Yes, shout out to Diamond.
Yes.
So she's graduating on the 10th, and we are taking a trip to Kissimmee, Florida. That week for no, the house is in Kissimmee. It's in Kissimmee.
Well, don't be telling everybody our whereabouts.
Either way, we're down there for the week for our graduation trip. Yeah, me and the fam bam. So we'll probably do a live maybe from Florida, possibly. But we'll do a live definitely next week again on Thursday. Of course. Say hey, Kaden.
Hey,
What's your name?
Kaden is a father.
That's right.
That is my backpack.
We're about to go, so it's okay.
But yeah.
Say bye.
Say bye bye.
I want to tell
Say comment down below.
we're not leaving.
Okay.
As
right.
always, comment below what
Like,
you want to
share,
talk about.
subscribe.
If y'all
Let
even
us
got
know what we
like,
need to talk
We're
about.
not leaving.
even if y'all
We're
got
not leaving,
constructive
we're doing the
criticism,
podcast.
if y'all think that you want to see more or something different, like let us know. Let's.
Congratulations, Elle said.
Thank you, Candy.
Oh.
Yay!
Thank you. All right, you guys. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat
Yes.
place.
Stop
We don't have a
What do you
time,
mean?
so I'm not sure.
No, we don't really have a time, but it's around the same time.
Mhm.
So we'll see you around the same time. We're gonna get it together eventually.
Yep.
I promise you. So
Eventually.
stick to a
Set
time. We're gonna get it together. It's just all really just trying to come together. So we love y'all. Thank you for your time, your
Your support.
patience, your support, your subscribing, your love, your flowers, your
watching.
gifts, your continuously watching.
Yeah, friends, where my roses, my TikTok, where my roses.
We'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Wait. Every week we do
We-
this.
every